Lollapalooza will stay in Chicago for 10 more years. Hello, I'm Gabby with Nex-Gen Real Estate and Property Management Company, serving Chicagoland in all things real estate. The aim of this channel is to keep you informed of news, developments, and current events affecting Chicago's real estate market and investment opportunities. Today, I will discuss Lollapalooza and its extended stay in Chicago. Lollapalooza is one of the most popular music festivals in the world. Perry Farrell started Lollapalooza in 1991 as a multi-city venue for its band's final tour. Numerous music fans from all around the world go to Chicago for Lollapalooza every year. They enjoy the different musical performances, picturesque lakefront location, incomparable summer vibes, and Chicago's stunning cityscape. So let's get down to business. What involves Lollapalooza's 10-year stay at Grant Park? Lollapalooza will stay at Grant Park for 10 more years. Aside from paying the Chicago Park District for the use of Grant Park, it will also give revenue shares and funding to the Chicago Public Schools. The new agreement will go into effect in 2023 and last until 2032 with a 5-year extension. Chicago Park District receives a share of all C3 revenue streams, 5% to 20%. Chicago has hosted the yearly event for the past 17 years, since 2010. Lollapalooza has generated close to $2 billion for the Chicago economy with the contribution of $305.1 million in 2021 alone. And the Chicago Park District received a cut of all C3 revenue ranging from 5 to 20%. These revenue sources include admissions, festival-related goods and services, sales of licenses, sponsorships, and streaming. Commitment to Chicago Public Schools and additional capital for Grant Park. Lollapalooza established a $2.2 million Lollapalooza Arts Education Fund and a 5-year commitment to fund arts education initiative in Chicago Public Schools. It also gave funding for the reconstruction of Grant Park's tennis courts, a minimum payment to the Chicago Park District. The agreement also guarantees that C3 will pay the Chicago Park District a minimum of $750,000 to $2 million. C3 will provide annual reporting. Lollapalooza and what has transpired in all days of the events. The initiative helps ensure transparency and accountability. Daily attendance capped at 115,000. The agreement capped the event admissions to 115,000 attendees. This is to protect the crowd and the environment during the event. Festival to be held the last weekend of July or the first weekend in August. Lollapalooza will be held on the last weekend of July or the first weekend of August yearly during the 10-year term. For 2023, it will be from August 3rd to the 6th. Now let's talk about the benefits of Lollapalooza to Chicago and Chicagoans. Lollapalooza helps Chicago businesses and residents alike. It boosts local tourism, produces billions in revenue, gives top-notch entertainment, and gives budding musicians a platform to showcase their talents. Lollapalooza is a major key in boosting tourism in Chicago. It draws more than 300,000 people into downtown Chicago. Most of Chicago's hotels are sold out for Lollapalooza weekend. Airbnb hosts in Chicago also earned nearly $2.5 million over Lollapalooza weekend in 2021 alone. And according to Chicago Loop Alliance, Lollapalooza holds some of the peak numbers in terms of weekly pedestrian counts on State Street and throughout the Loop. Billion-dollar revenue to Chicago. Lollapalooza is a huge boon to Chicago's businesses. Andrew Jurevich, general manager of Aureli's Pizza on Roosevelt and Michigan, likened it to the impact of a Bears game or a Soldier Field concert. Many businesses' profits double or triple every Lollapalooza weekend. This is because concert goers go around Chicago during the festival. The city of Chicago government estimates the future financial impact of nearly $4 billion for the Chicago economy. Part of what makes Lollapalooza so successful in drawing countless people as its appeal to people of all ages. It has everything to musical entertainment, attendees, especially families. There's also Kidsapalooza for youngsters with concerts, music workshops, and interactive art exhibits. The last impact of Lollapalooza is to the new generation of musicians. The Music Fest also helps new artists and musicians share their music to Chicago and beyond. But we should also talk about how Lollapalooza is rife in controversy. Lollapalooza is controversial because of traffic, substance abuse dangers, antitrust concerns, and residents' complaints about Grant Park's condition. Given the hundreds of thousands of expected attendees to Lollapalooza, the downtown Chicago area will suffer from severe traffic and congestion. Music festivals are also famous for drug use, especially drugs that are thought to enhance the musical experience. Case in point, marijuana is legal in Illinois. If one is not mindful, one could suffer from side effects such as hallucinations, agitations, hyperthermia, seizures, liver failure, and death. Aside from drugs, overuse of alcohol and illegal substances can also happen. The Illinois Attorney General, Lisa Madigan, investigated C3 for antitrust concerns over radius clauses for musicians performing at the yearly festival. Radius clauses forbid musicians from performing at rival venues within a predetermined region and time frame. Usually, festival organizers argue that they want to preserve the market value of an act or group of acts in a specific market. Grant Park is closed to the public for the duration of Lollapalooza. It has been reserved only for events of the music festival, so many residents complain that they cannot enjoy the park. And of course, another major concern of residents is the damage that the park suffers from after the festival. With the high volume of people attending this event, it can no longer be pointed out who destroyed and damaged stuff in the park. Lollapalooza is very important to Chicago as an economic driver, tourism hub, and platform for musicians and artists in the city. But it also comes with a risk of traffic, substance abuse, and property damage. All in all, it's an event that Chicago can take pride in. As always, you can find a link below to schedule a free consultation with me to chat about anything real estate. Have you ever been to Lollapalooza or plan to go there? Share your experiences with us in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, where's your future?